Have you ever wandered into the endless abyss of the night, your eyes wide open, yet yourself deep in a profound slumber? This is not simply a tale for the faint of heart. This is the spine-chilling, hair-raising account of a girl's nocturnal journeys, of her sleepwalking odyssey that blurred the lines between reality and the dream world. A tale that is rooted in the hushed, tranquil town of Serenity Hollow, a place where shadows danced merrily in the moonlight, weaving tales of forgotten legends, and the moon whispered softly, narrating stories of yore. Here, in this town that was a mirror image of a peaceful painting, lived a young girl named Eliza. Eliza was but a child of 12, her heart filled with curiosity, her dreams a vivid spectrum of the usual fantasies and fears that girls of her age were known to harbor. She dreamt of fairy tale castles and mythical creatures, of frightful monsters hiding under the bed, and courageous knights fighting them off. Yet there was something peculiar about her dreams, something that set her apart from other children. When the moon ascended to its throne in the star-studded sky, casting its ethereal glow over the world, and everyone else surrendered to sleep, there was a peculiar transformation in Eliza. Her dreams seemed to seep into reality, taking on a life of their own, an existence that defied the rules of nature. Every night, as the grandfather clock in the hallway struck midnight, Eliza would rise from her bed, her eyes vacant yet oddly alert. The girl, innocent and carefree by day, transformed into a sleepwalker by night, a silent wanderer traversing the thin line between the world of dreams and reality. An unseen, unfelt force seemed to guide her, leading her into the darkened bylanes of the night. She would venture bravely into the ominous darkness, her bare feet padding softly against the cold, damp earth, leaving behind a trail of faint, ghostly footprints. Her wandering feet led her across the entire town. The old oak tree that stood tall and mighty, defying the ravages of time, the abandoned well that echoed with the whispers of the wind, the forgotten graveyard that was home to the tales of the dead. There was no corner of Serenity Hollow that Eliza didn't explore during her strange, nightly sojourns. She moved with a grace that was eerie, her steps echoing the rhythm of the night, the sound of her footfalls merging with the symphony of the nocturnal creatures. Yet the next morning, when the golden rays of the sun painted her bedroom, there was no memory of the nocturnal adventure. She woke up, her mind a blank canvas, an empty vessel completely devoid of the memories of her adventures. Her nightly escapades were written in invisible ink that disappeared with the break of dawn. Yet she remembered nothing upon waking up, her mind a blank canvas, her adventures written in invisible ink. The townfolks whispered of strange occurrences. A swing swaying on its own, a bell tolling in the dead of the night, footsteps in the fresh morning dew, all signs of Eliza's midnight escapades. These uncanny incidents became the whispered tales of the town, passed down from the old to the young, from neighbor to neighbor, with each passing day. The townsfolk, a community of otherwise simple and peace-loving people, began to feel the undercurrent of an eerie dread that hung over their once serene abode. The whispers were not just of swings and bells, but of other, more eerie happenings. A door creaking open in an abandoned house, a flickering light at the end of a deserted street, the distant sound of a baby crying, even when no infant was present in the vicinity. Each occurrence was attributed to Eliza, a wisp of a girl with enchanting eyes and a presence that was both mysterious and unsettling. Her sleepwalking was a secret that was widely known, yet tactfully ignored. For in Serenity Hollow, secrets were better left undisturbed, and Eliza's nocturnal wanderings were no exception. One fateful night, Eliza's sleepwalking took a sinister turn. The moon hung high in the darkened sky, casting long, grotesque shadows across the cobblestone streets. She moved, almost ghostly, through the town's narrow lanes, her nightgown billowing in the gentle breeze. Her bare feet made no sound as she trod on the dew-kissed grass. Her path led her to the forbidden part of the town, the haunted Wraith Manor. Wraith Manor stood tall amidst the gloomy shadows, a grim reminder of the town's dark and troubled past. Its dilapidated walls and broken windows bore testament to years of neglect and abandonment. The house was a relic of the past, its history tainted with tales of horror and despair. Stories of the manor's gruesome past were told in hushed tones, and children were warned to stay clear of its cursed confines. Rumors of ghostly apparitions and blood-curdling screams filled the air whenever Wraith Manor was mentioned. It was said that those who dared to enter its forsaken boundaries became prey to its terrifying inhabitant, their screams echoing in the silence of the night. But that night, seemingly controlled by some unknown force, Eliza, our innocent sleepwalker, ventured into the dreaded premises. She walked into the manor, her silhouette slowly disappearing within the darkened doorway, swallowed by the pitch-black darkness inside. It was said that those who entered never returned, their screams echoing in the silence of the night. Eliza, in her state of slumber, stepped into the manor, the old wooden door creaking ominously behind her. The whispering wind seemed to hold its breath as she tiptoed across the threshold, shivering as the chill of the ancient edifice seeped into her bones. The door carried the weight of centuries, its groaning echo a chilling welcome that bounced off the stone walls and echoed in the deep recesses of her mind. Inside the manor, the air was heavy, pregnant with secrets that time had expertly woven into the fabric of the building. The scent of age, of damp stone and stale air, permeated every corner, a reminder of the countless tales that were held within these walls. Candlelight flickered in the shadows, casting a spectral glow upon the tattered tapestries and dusty chandeliers. The silence in the manor was absolute, save for the distant drip, drip, drip of unseen water and the occasional scurrying of a rat. This eerie symphony was punctuated by Eliza's heartbeats, a grating metronome that seemed unnaturally loud in her ears. Its rhythm whispered a primal warning, a dread-filled reminder of the unknown. And yet her feet continued their journey deeper into the manor's bowels. The deeper she ventured, the more the manor seemed to come alive. The stone walls hummed with a life of their own, whispering tales that were as old as time itself. The tale of the maiden trapped within. The tale of the lord who'd lost his heart. The tale of the curse that bound them all. Each dark corner held a new tale, a fresh whisper. Each whisper twisted into a chill that made her spine stiffen, her breath hitch. The eyes of the manor were upon her, she felt, watching her every move. The silence was deafening, every whisper a booming echo that filled the corners of her mind with a terror she could not name. And then, just as the first rays of dawn began to peek over the horizon, Eliza returned from the manor. Her face was pale, almost translucent in the morning light. Her eyes were wide, staring into the distance, unseeing, filled with an unspoken fear. The terror of the night had etched itself upon her soul, leaving her spirit shaken to its very core. She woke up, her memory of the night as blank as ever. But something had changed. Eliza was not the same. The Eliza who had entered the manor wasn't the Eliza who had left. The manor, with all its whispered secrets and chilling tales, had left an indelible mark on her. What happened to Eliza in the haunted Wraith Manor? What secrets did she uncover? What horrors did she witness? The answers remain locked away in the depths of the manor, waiting to be discovered. But be warned, for in Serenity Hollow, some doors are better left unopened. Until next time, when we delve deeper into Eliza's sleepwalking adventures.